It is a very special time of the year. Once every year to year and a half, it is time for a new notebook. I don't know about you guys, but when I get a new notebook, I feel like my whole life is going to get organized in a day. Like, I feel like this is going to change everything. It might be a delusion, but I'm going to just ride this delusional train that I'm on. And the only thing better than one notebook is two notebooks. I have two notebooks because I have two businesses, and especially because one is like more creative than the other. So one is very to-do heavy and the other one is much more like just thoughts that I'm having and random notes and whatever. So anyway, I like to keep them separated, and it just so happens that it's time for me to get new notebooks for both. Like, what are the chances? I just feel like it's really the universe telling me that things are about to change. Like, this is the refresh and things are just going to take off. I'm convinced these notebooks are going to be full of success. Just note that. I'm telling you right now, success is coming because of these notebooks. I am more inspired than ever to get myself together. And it also happens to be almost the end of March, almost the end of the first quarter of 2026. So I personally like to take the end of a quarter almost as like a mini New Year's situation and kind of review where I've been for the last 3 months and all of the things I want to get accomplished for the next 3 months. So it really helps me keep going, and then also keep in mind like things that might be holding me back, and just reevaluating things. So it's just the perfect time to like get myself together and get myself reorganized. So today I'm going to record myself redoing the door. I have been neglecting my poor door. I feel like ever since I moved the office around and my desk is further away from the door, I'm not using it as much, but I do want to refresh it. And so I printed out some new calendars for the next couple of months, and all of the things I want to get done are on there for each of the businesses. And yeah, so anyway, comment below. Do notebooks change your life? Because I really feel like it's a refresh. I think this is going to change everything. Anyway, come along while I refresh the door. Okay, so I got a good start on the door. So this is what she looks like now. I used to have it to where the top was one business, the middle was one business, and then the bottom was like my own personal stuff. But I decided to change it so that it would be columns. I think this is going to be better. And then I was going to put my calendars at the top, but I decided I need to have them in a place where I can actually like write on them as things change, or if I want to add things to them. So this is the door. And note that if this is something that you're thinking about, up to you. There's no rules. It's whatever kind of like makes sense in your brain, which is why I like when I reorganize it, I tend to change a lot of things. Sometimes I like to have like a lot of different like labels that I make and stuff. I literally just use tape and stick it on. But this time I actually took off a lot of my labels and kind of kept it a little bit more heavy on the post-it notes. And don't buy knockoff post-its. It's not worth it. I'm telling you right now, I bought them before and they don't stick to anything. It's like the worst idea ever. You're literally saving a couple of dollars and it's going to cause you more grief. Trust me. So just go ahead and get the name brand. Point is, no rules. It's really up to you how you want to organize it. This is just what makes sense for me, honestly. And what else? I literally use it for kind of everything, like any thoughts that I have, any content I want to make, future stuff that I want to do. I kind of try to do somewhat of a color coding, but as you can see, not really. It's kind of like just what I grabbed in the moment. But I do try to stick, like if it's content ideas or something like that, like I try to put all of the content ideas in one color just because it seems like it would make the most sense. But it's really not that big of a deal, especially because I'm such a sticky post-it note girl that I literally have post-its all over my apartment. So I have them on like different boards, and I put them on the tables. I like literally put them everywhere. And so it's like the color coding only works so much unless you do it across everything, because then I just have post-its that I like pull from random places, and then I decide to put them on the door or pull them off the door and put them on my desk, whatever the case may be. I started this post-it note obsession when I was still at my corporate job, and I had started working with my team, and I just wanted to have a place. Like, my desk was really long, so I had the space to have literally like a row for each of my employees, so that whenever I wasn't around or whatever, they could know exactly what I was thinking that I wanted to work on next, so they could get like a head start. And so I just used to have these rows of like, for me, for each employee, for a certain project, whatever the case may be. And then one of them, like, they could just come to my desk if I was in a meeting or whatever, see what I had on the plans, and so they didn't have something direct to kind of look at. That's how they knew what was going to be coming next. So I just found it to be like such a good tool, and now that I have my own business, it's like crazier than ever, obviously, with all the post-its. I'm really nuts. But I'm such a, like, my ADHD brain, I'm such a visual girl. I have to have it. And like, it's post-its, it's like a lot of boards. I have to have a lot of boards around me to remember what I was inspired by, especially because I feel like there's so much information that we're gathering all of the time from everywhere. And like, I constantly am like, oh, that's a good idea, I should do da da da, and then I could do this and da da da. And then sometimes I write it down, sometimes I like screenshot it. There's like so many things going on at one time. You're taking in so much information that for me, I have to be able to see it. So if it's not in a post-it form, or if it's not in a photo form, I'm going to forget it exists, So I tend to do a lot of tree killing, unfortunately. I print a lot of things. I do the post-its, obviously. I write down like everything. For some reason, writing things is so much more, it like sticks in my brain far more than like if I type it. So I know it's not great for the trees, but it's just how I work. So I'm such a visual person. So anyway, just thought I would explain that. I'm really excited about the start of the door. I have a lot more to add, but I feel like I need to sit down with my notebooks that I'm about to retire, and kind of get the rest of my thoughts that I had for other things on the board, on post-its. So I have lots of to-do lists and stuff in there that probably still have some stragglers that I need to refresh. And then I'm going to start writing in the new books soon. I'm so excited. So anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I hope that this helped motivate you to get you started on some organization, maybe a new notebook or two. Think about it.